a fight night. So he's a good 185, 190 pounder now, walking around.
I working so hard to be double champion, and I feel today I don't have to cut much weight, and I'm gonna defend my belt many times more.
We may just be leading to one of the greatest welterweight UFC runs in recent times, my friends. A lot of people talk about GSP being one of the greatest welterweights ever. Kamaru Usman being one of the greatest welterweight champions ever. Does Islam Makhachev possess the skills to outperform and outclass both of those guys and put himself and stamp himself as the greatest UFC welterweight fighter of all time? When you look at the UFC rankings, right? This is going to change in a couple days. They're going to update their rankings. But as of right now, Belil the Dream Muhammad, your former welterweight champion who lost it to JDM, is ranked number 1. He's taken on Ian Gary, the number 6 ranked fighter in the welterweight division. In my opinion, the winner of this fight should be fighting Islam Makhachev in his next fight. Okay, now we don't actually know if that's going to happen. Kamaru Usman might be a front runner, who's your number 5 ranked fighter in the welterweight division, right under Ian Gary, just because of the resume that he has had. And Islam Makhachev and Khabib are actually pushing to make this fight happen, in my opinion. I think they think this is a very winnable fight. Somebody with a resume like that, that's a big one, all right? Now, you go to the number 2 ranked fighter in the division. Sean Brady, like I said, just got knocked out against Michael Morales, your number 8th ranked fighter in the welterweight division. So Sean Brady's out, okay? Then you go to your number 3 ranked fighter, Shavkat Rakhmonov. This guy has been out for a little while with an injury. Absolutely amazing. Beat guys like Ian Gary already, my friends, who's been on an absolute run, who I just said is possibly next in line for a title shot if he beats Belal the Dream Muhammad. Shavkat Rakhmonov's wife and son were also involved in a fatal car crash. I guess they were 2 other people were inside the car. When the wife was driving, she crashes, boom. 2 of those adults died except for her and their kid. Okay, Shavkat Rakhmonov dealing with a lot, hasn't fought. Let's see what happens when he comes back. Is he going to get an automatic title shot? Will he have to face JDM? I don't know. Very interesting move right there. We're going to see what happens with that. Now, you got the number 4 ranked fighter, Leon Edwards, who just got KO'd by the number 9th ranked fighter, Carlos Prates. So, right away, the number 2, Sean Brady KO'd, he's out. The number 4, Leon Edwards KO'd, he's out. Leaves a Shavkat Rakhmonov, the number 3, and Kamaru Usman, number 5, all right? Now, you also got the number 6 ranked fighter, Ian Gary. We talked about him. The number 7 ranked fighter, Joaquin Buckley. Just lost to Kamaru Usman. I do not see a title shot happening for him. The number 8, Michael Morales. And let's talk about that, because Michael Morales is huge for the division. I mean, Sean Brady had absolutely no chance. And what Sean Brady did to former welterweight champion Leon Edwards was absolutely amazing. Now, I think it's not really aging as well. We just seen what Carlos Prates did to him. Everybody's finishing this guy. But there are so many fights that you can make in this welterweight division. And when you line it up with Islam Makhachev, dude, I don't see Islam Makhachev losing to anybody in the next 5 fights. If Belil beats Ian, that's a win for me. If Ian wins, I am so interested in seeing how Ian Gary's IQ goes in against Islam Makhachev. But at the end of the day, I still think Islam beats him. Michael Morales should be fighting Carlos Prates next, in my opinion, because the number 2 and the number 4 ranked fighters in the top 5 are basically out. You got the number 8 and number 9 fighters who just took them out. We're going to see how the rankings look after this, but I believe Michael Morales should be fighting Carlos Prates. This is a fight that both fighters want, a Latino clash. And in my opinion, is a fan favorite of a fight. Michael Morales, so far all we see from him is just stand-up, wanting to not get taken down. Carlos Prates, the same thing. Could you imagine if that fight is made, all right? Now, with Islam Makhachev saying that he is going to be in this division and defend it many times, right? because he feels the power that he's never felt before. I seriously think Islam Makhachev has a great possibility, a great run of becoming the greatest welterweight fighter of all time, having came from the lightweight division, which would be absolutely insane, okay? A lot of people are considering him to be in the GOAT talk, along with guys like John Jones, GSP, Khabib Nurmagomedov. And at the end of the day, after what we've seen from Islam Makhachev yesterday, couple more fights, dude, and I seriously will start considering him up there. Now, it's hard to say. John Jones, more title defenses. That's why I think Islam Makhachev needs to get another 5 title defenses. John Jones never lost before. We'll see if he ever comes back and fights at the White House Tom Aspinall, because if he does lose someday, people can use that as an argument. I do not see him losing either way. But wow, man. UFC 322, Islam Makhachev, and the addition of John Pork. Let's start respectively calling him Chanko.
They're like beat him in the ground, but in the striking also, he's not fast, you know. I saw his all punches, and
In his camp, who is a multiple-time Muay Thai world champion, in my opinion, is the reason why Islam Makhachev's striking, his leg kicks, everything about him was on point, looking better than JDM. And a lot of people said JDM had the best boxing going into this fight. What beats boxing in some occasions? Kickboxing, kicking the legs. The boxer's leading heavy on that front foot, kick it under him. Boom. You guys, John Pork Jonko joining this guy's team, multiple-time world champion Muay Thai. Islam Makhachev is one of the scariest guys in this division. And if I'm a UFC welterweight fighter, I am working my ass off, because I know what's coming for me, my friends. And that's Islam Makhachev. Wow, my friends. If you agree, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, and I'm out, man.